Alright, good morning guys. It's part 6 and we finally have our fiberglass material to work with. I only got it this morning. I know it's been a few days and you're all a little impatient, but since the last video, I spent my time, I just double check, triple check, quadruple check all the measurements and things on the boat to make sure everything nice and true. I added a few more braces. I'll give you all a look at that before we get into the fiberglass and things. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can organize that now for you. Take a look at that. What I did in a couple of days. I didn't do anything much solid, it's nothing big, but I'll still run through before we get into the fiberglass in. Yeah, alright guys. Well, since the last video I did a couple of minor things, so let me give you all a look before we get into the fiberglass in aspect. First off, I added these 4 little braces here, 2 in front of the seat and 2 behind the back of the seat. Just added a little more bracing and I added 2 little footrests. Don't know if it's showing here. It's just 2 little footrests to brace your foot against while you're paddling to make life a little easier for you. That's about it. As I say, I double check and triple check all my measurements, so I'm going to get to mixing up some fiberglass and start laying it down. I'll give you a look at how we do that. Alright guys, so here we have our material. We have 2 gallons of resin and the appropriate amount of hardener for it, and we have, this is the fiberglass mat itself. This is 18-ounce woven mat. Let me see if I can give you all a proper look at it. It's something like carbon fiber, but it's white. The same kind of woven structure to give a little more strength. So, oh yeah, one thing I want to mention, I've been so busy over the past couple of days that I actually had to send my mom to collect this fiberglass for me. So, I'd like to thank mom for this episode then. Okay, I'm going to show you all how I just deal with mixing the fiberglass and stuff. It has very specific measurements and things for when you're dealing with fiberglass, but this is the way I just do it and I think it's pretty easy and it makes sense. This is the amount of hardener that is required for this amount of fiberglass. This is 1 gallon of fiberglass and I have no idea how much milliliters or whatever hardener. So what I do is I take a marker and I put marks roughly halfway and quarter. So we just divide the space into 4. So we have an average of 1, 2, 3, 4 liters approximately. And we do the same thing on this little bottle. We divide it in half and then we divide those 2 parts in half. So while I'm using, I try to keep these 2 bottles at the same relative level. When this finish, this should finish. And that's how I do it. Now fiberglass, I think, is very temperature dependent as well. So on a hot day, you could use a little less of this. And on a colder day, you could add 2 drops more. You know, just to help the reaction along. But here in the tropics where I live, it's warm almost every day of the year. So you can stick to, you know, tried and true method here and it usually works out well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start, I have the fiberglass resin, the hardener, and some sawdust. Some very, very fine sawdust. What I did, I collected the sawdust from under the table saw and I passed it through this little strainer. So what we have here is a very fine sawdust. Now they sell a product very similar to this in hardware. It's called wood flour, which is basically the same thing. But I have it under the table, so let me utilize it. I ain't gonna throw away this to go on in a hardware and buy sawdust. Alright, so I also have a little plastic container and a couple of miscellaneous size sticks and things to stir with. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with pouring out probably half of a liter of the resin, the appropriate amount of hardener, and then I'm going to add in the sawdust and keep mixing it until I get like a almost peanut butter consistency. And then I'm going to use the little sticks and spread it along all the seams inside the boat and leave it to dry. That's the process. Now once I start this, I probably can't be interfering with the camera too much, so I'll try to get as much footage as I could for y'all to make it, you know, as understandable the process. So they keep good. I'll check back in and a little later on and I'll finish up with this maybe. And then make sure and mix this properly. Mix it for at least 30 seconds. Plenty times when you hear people getting problems with fiberglass and things not curing, it's because they didn't mix it enough. Alright, and now we little by little start adding in the sawdust. But it's take a bit, quite a bit before it starts thickening up. Probably like a 50 amount. So the same amount of resin you use is probably the same amount of sawdust it's going to take to thicken it. Yeah, see it's starting to thicken there. Yeah, as I said, we want a consistency almost like peanut butter, like soft peanut butter. That's what we're looking for. Alright guys, took a couple hours but I finished applying the resin to all the seams inside. So I believe we call that end of part 6 for today. I'm going to leave it overnight. Tomorrow morning when I come down, flip the boat over and start removing them wires that was holding these panels together. But as I said, check and double check all the measurements before we start fiberglassing. Because once that fiberglass dries, the shape is going to be set in stone. Now it'll keep good. Now, a little bit worried if all you see some of the seams and thing a little scrappy, a little untidy, or you make a little mess with your fiberglass and thing, or like parts of it, you know. But let's still keep persevering. We can get through this, so don't worry. Let's keep in mind the professionals build the Titanic, the amateurs build the Ark.